I'm Michelle Krebs and this is Bill Visnic. We just got some really interesting numbers about the most researched vehicles on Edmunds.com. Tucson, #1 this month.
Fantastic new product for Hyundai. They sort of predicted almost really that the Tucson was going to launch strongly and launch well into this market. And sure enough, it's shot up from number 83 in December to the #1 most researched vehicle at the site this month.
And the first Hyundai to ever have that top position.
The first ever Hyundai nameplate, right, to be in the list. And so I think it kind of demonstrates what Hyundai's got going right now.
Well, you know, we saw that last year. They were just on this roll, and they just can keep continuing this year.
Fantastic launch phase, I think, right now for Hyundai. They're in the midst of the thick, really, of a string of new products that are going to come out, and the Tucson really is a great example of one, shooting up to #1 in a segment that's tough. You've got stalwart players like the CR-V, the Toyota RAV4. That's tough work right there to become #1 over those. Big time job.
But we can't forget Chevrolet Equinox in that category too. Goes right up against the Tucson as well as the Toyota and Honda.
I think Chevy, the success with the Equinox really has proven that they've kind of captured the right formula there. Right size, it looks great, the right powertrains, everything's going very well for that vehicle. And you know, when you can't build enough of them, that's always a great thing.
Absolutely. I mean, it's priced right, and GM is looking at trying to figure out a way to build more of them. They just can't build enough right now.
What about the Sonata too? To get back to Hyundai for a second, they have another great launch right there.
Absolutely. They're telling us they're going to sell 12,000 to 15,000 this month. It shot up in our most researched list to #4. It's doing the job for them.
Huge numbers for them, and I think the new car looks great. It's got bold new styling, almost the antithesis of what the car was before, a little bit squared off and a little bit boring. Same thing too with powertrains. They've got 4-cylinder power only, I think, right, in that car now for 2011. Seems like they've really hit the hot button in the market.
And the timing is great because Toyota's having a lot of problems. Knocked Toyota Camry right off the top 10 list. It's always been at the top, as well as the Honda Accord. They're kind of being lumped in with Toyota with all of the problems.
Accord and Camry have been evergreens really at the top of the most researched list now for a long time. So for the new Tucson to come up and take the #1 spot, and for the Sonata to be #4, it's a very telling thing about what Hyundai's got going on right now, I think.
Absolutely. March is definitely a watershed month for Hyundai.